Women make up around 30% of all business owners in the US. True or false?
Oh my God, we have it back.
This year, BOTOX Cosmetic and IFundWomen joined forces to grant 20 women entrepreneurs $25,000 each, along with coaching and mentorship. Today, we're joined by 4 of our recipients. Each of them will share personal stories about how they found success despite the odds. Plus, they'll also help me share some alarming stats about what women are up against in their careers, especially when starting a business. Welcome back, ladies. First up, true or false? Nearly half of women switch jobs for more opportunities to advance. The answer is true. Nearly half of women say they switch companies for more opportunity to advance. Okay, next one. Women make up around 30% of all business owners in the US. True or false?
Oh my God, we have it back.
The answer is false. Women make up approximately 42% of all business owners in the US. True or false? Women leaders are more likely to invest in diversity, equity, and inclusion in the workplace.
Oh, look at that.
True. Women leaders are 2 times more likely than men leaders to spend time on diversity, equity, and inclusion in the workplace. Why do you think that is?
We're more compassionate. I think our nurturing and caring with our own personal experience that we really want to push women higher and see the minority communities rise.
All right, ladies, we're going to switch things up a bit. I'm going to throw some stats at you about the confidence gap, and you're going to say whether you think they're higher or lower. Okay, first question. Women receive 5% of all venture capital funding. Higher or lower?
That's low.
Lower.
Definitely lower.
Lower.
I mean higher. It's less for women of color, FYI.
That's gonna keep me up at night.
The answer is lower. Women receive approximately 2% of all VC funding. Women of color receive less than 1%.
We recently went out and raised money, and I thought it was just a stat that was not going to impact. But once you go out there, you're like, oh, wow. You know, one of our mentors, his name is Charles, he said, make a list of 100 VCs. And the moment you get 50 knows you're closer to your yes. And I feel like that really shifted my journey.
When we were looking for funding for Dry Bar, we did it in different stages from angel investors, friends and family, until we actually took private equity. I'd love to hear from you all about how funding was for you.
The way I did it was honestly use my personal savings, which I don't know whether I recommend for everyone. I also didn't have friends and family who could afford to put a seed capital in. And then also there's so many amazing grant opportunities. Like we received this amazing grant and I've just applied to a lot of grants out there and really benefit, and it's really helped.
Did a lot of them come in?
No. They don't. And you only get a few, but those ones turn out to be amazing ones, and I'm grateful for the ones that we've gotten.
Well, like you, I used my personal savings to fund all of the R&D. It was important to prove out the concept and, really do a lot of testing before I took other people's money in. But we're now raising a seed round, which I'm really excited about.
I don't recommend this, but I did for all my 401k. And I remember as I was looking for access to capital, I went to every single bank, and I was not, fundable in that moment. And so I found this incredible ecosystem of CDFIs that are nonprofits that just lend to entrepreneurs.
My experience, similar to you, Sujani, and you, Kira, we had no idea about access to capital. We didn't go to business school. I left school. And we've been fortunate enough to participate in a few accelerators that have provided us grants and education. Now, if we could go back, we probably would raise a friends and family round or pitch to VCs prior to even launching our product.
That was a conversation I had early on too as we were raising money. And you don't have to raise money, you can grow much slower. It's kind of depending on the pace that you want to grow, but it really all depends on what your goals and aspirations are for the business. Okay, let's go on to another stat. Between the ages of 8 and 14, young girls' confidence drops 10%. Higher or lower?
Higher.
Higher.
Higher. My girl just turned 8 and I'm seeing a shift.
So the answer is actually higher. It's about 30%, if you can believe that.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
It's sort of an opportunity as parents and as role models and as female leaders to really empower these young women with confidence.
If you see it, you can be it.
Yeah.
I saw my mom having a small business and really drill that independence to me.
My parents were entrepreneurs, and I also watched my mom, and I think that was really empowering for me. It's like you don't even realize it when you're a kid, but when you see someone in your family being a leader, a boss, you're like, oh yeah, no problem. There's a lot of disparities at play here, and we clearly know there's a confidence gap. Now the question is, how will we end it? Watch our next episode to see what our BOTOX Cosmetic and IFundWomen grant recipients have to say about overcoming the confidence gap.